Hello, welcome to B-Side, a music podcast for anyone who takes their playlist personally and their pop culture a little too seriously. Hosted by me, Heather Lovelady, aka Proper Fangirl, and my roommate,
Ayana Stewart. It's a weekly rewind of the best drops, worst decisions, emotional bridges, tour chaos, and the deep cuts that we're still not over.
Think music news with opinions, throwbacks with feelings, and enough sarcasm to count as therapy.
Yes.
Welcome, folks. I'm thirsty.
Hello. I'm actually a little thirsty today as well, which is...
This never happens. This girl has 2 sips of beverage a day. She calls them cups of tea, but it's like the same difference. I'm drinking like 40 ounces 3 times over and maybe a Coke Zero.
I've got some bowls of tea.
Yeah. She's like, I'll have a bowl of tea in the morning and a bowl of tea in the afternoon and one before bed. Mm-hmm. And I'm good. I'm hydrated. Okay. We are currently snowed in Georgia. We approximately, I don't know how many inches.
I don't know, but it's decent. It's a decent amount. I mean, it's fluffy, but still.
We have fluffy snow. She's from Indiana, so she knows more about snow than we do. We were terrified last weekend. I spent $200 on groceries. They said it was going to do the same thing this weekend. I was like, no, it's not. And I woke up today and I couldn't go anywhere. Yeah. So now I have to eat whatever is left over that I didn't want last week, which, just so you know, isn't going to be the good stuff.
Right. It's going to be some girl dinners.
Yeah. Whatever. I'll figure it out. I still have cheese.
Okay.
And bread. I do have bread.
Okay.
And I have ham.
Okay. There's a sandwich right there.
There's a sandwich. I still got chips.
Okay.
I think I have the things to make peanut butter cookies if I really wanted them.
That's delicious. We got flour. We can make pancakes.
Care about a pancake. She had pancakes this morning.
That's probably why I'm thinking about them.
She's like, we could have pancakes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a lot of eggs. Ava might have eggs.
I've got some eggs. I think I have half a dozen.
We also have milk. So basically we have everything. And she has a 24-pack of spring water.
I've got some water just in case.
Just in case. Because I wasn't going to prepare myself for that. I was just like, well, I guess we'll be thirsty.
I was more thinking about maybe if we needed to flush the toilet.
Oh, I was like, we could live in a sewer, but what if I get thirsty?
Well, and of course, I'm the camel thinking about the toilet, not drinking water.
She's like, I only go once a day. That's enough, right? I'm like, I guess. So many things happening this week.
Yes.
Extremely emotional week.
And also at the end of January, which has felt like 3 months.
Yeah, everybody's like, on day January 472.
Gosh.
The 472nd day of January. This is it. Today is the last day. We are officially the last day of January. If you've been waiting for this shit to end, guess what? By the time you hear this, it will be over. Mm-hmm. We will have ended it for you. I just spit on my lip.
Oh,
delicious. Okay. So I think that we should start with Ariana Grande having 6 fingers, and this is the first time that we have found this out. There was a photo of her with like a glove.
Uh-huh.
And I think, we took the photo too fast. She might have moved the finger. She was like, 6 fingers? Do you know what I could do with a 6th finger? I'm like, what?
Like, play the piano. You could play very intricate extra, you need to go a little further.
You have to practice that. I'm just thinking of something like practical. That you're like, oh shit, if I only had a 6th finger right now.
Right. Well, it definitely would give you an up for the instruments, but I can't think of anything else. Because the guitar, that would be a little special too.
Oh my God. So it turns out it was just a blip of some sort, but she was excited to find out that she had it. She didn't know. It was new news for her.
Right.
But I thought, let's start with something really important this week before we get to the stuff that we're absolutely violent about. That's at the end.
You're right.
Let's start with something light and breezy because this week was anything but, okay?
A roller coaster.
Anything but light and breezy.
Yes, we went through it for sure. Okay, well, let's see what else I got. Oh, okay. Here's another light and breezy.
Okay. We're just basically going to go from easy to hard, okay? So if you need easy, this is the first part of the episode is for you.
Right.
And if you want to rage against the machine, that will be at the end of this episode.
Just wait a little bit longer.
Just wait a little bit longer. Just stay with us. It'll be fun. I'll make you feel good about it.
Okay, so Hilary Duff has been on her little tour, and I feel like it's a smaller tour.
Yeah,
like just a like put your foot out there, see if there's interest or whatever.
Is the water warm?
Right. And she's been doing all of the throwback songs. And
I saw her do a full dance. Did she have a dance back in the day?
I don't think it was back in the day. I think it's a trend from now, I think.
Come on.
And she's doing it.
She started a dance trend. Hillary Duff has started a dance.
I don't think she started it. I think she just did it. Like how Harry was like, oh, I can do the stomp at the end of the treat people with kindness. He's like, I've seen it. I can do it. I think it was like that.
Okay. Because I saw it and I thought, oh, is this something from her days? Where she's like, watch this. Boom, 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 and a chicken boom, boom, and a boom, boom, and a boom.
Now, I could be incorrect, so all of the Hillary Duff fans can come at me in the comments, but yeah.
We do not encourage people to come at us in the comments, but if you want to, I do have a delete button, so careful.
I can't.
I do have all the power.
Right. Well, but she's saying what dreams are made of from the Hillary Duff movie. For the first time ever, it hasn't been sung like that. It hasn't been sung live like that. Just in the movie. And it was very nostalgic. I was like, wow.
So you really liked Hillary Duff?
Yes. That was one of my, like, I had about 6 CDs that I went through, like a bunch. And Metamorphosis was up there. That was her CD.
Wow.
Yeah. And Kelly Clarkson. I'm trying to think. I had a Jonas Brothers, and then it was a Nick Jonas CD. But yeah, I had about 6 that I like wore through like real hard. Like the booklet with all the words and stuff, you had to be careful when you opened it because you might just tear off the page.
You don't want to rip the page. You've been studying the lyrics.
Yes.
What does it say again? Who did they think?
But yes. So all the nostalgia this week.
Well, that's nice. Tomorrow, big news, Grammys will be on the TV with Trevor Noah. They've decided they like him. I didn't love what he said to Harry about underpants or something.
That was the first year, wasn't it?
That was when he won his thing.
Okay,
yeah. Her first year, he wasn't there last year.
Yeah.
I was like, I mean, certain people know your audience is what I got to say about that. Like certain men are like, tell me that I'm the sexiest man alive and talk about my underpants or people giving me their underpants or I don't know, something about underpants. And then there's other people like Harry who is not completely mortified that people find him sexy. Let's not get it twisted. But likes to pretend. Shouldn't say he's pretending, but he seems to get pretty embarrassed when people talk about it.
Yeah.
Like, was on some radio station where they were like, what's it like to wake up every day and be so attractive?
Right.
It was like, you're making me blush.
Right.
He was pretty giggly about it, though.
A little shy.
But anyway, Grammys are coming. And so they were doing, what did they do? Like a best new artist, like party.
Right. They have the Grammy pre-week.
Yeah.
Events.
So they've been doing that. So there's a bunch of folks at that. So I love to watch the Grammys, especially now this is part of what I do.
Right.
Like if I didn't watch the Grammys, I wouldn't be doing my job.
Right. And it's always affirming too when we know like the majority of the best new artists too.
Yeah, I'm so proud of myself.
Because it's like, we're like tapped in.
I already knew about them. I watch their videos all the time. This is the first time you're seeing Somber.
Right.
That's
because it's so hard.
I didn't know that Somber. But Ava did give me, she said he may have a lot of people listening to him, but really he was very brand new when I found him.
Well, yeah, I didn't know anything about him either.
Yeah. But I saw him performing on something too. But anyway, Grammys tomorrow.
Yes, all the performances.
I think it's on CBS or something.
Yeah, Paramount Plus. And I think the pre stuff we can watch on YouTube though.
I think we can watch the whole thing on YouTube.
Okay, well, nice. Then I guess we'll be.
But I don't know. We'll find out tomorrow at some point to figure out if I have to pay for some kind of stupid subscription in order last minute like we did last year,
right?
For me to be able to watch it. And I was like, Paramount Plus, this has some great stuff on it, and I watched everything for 2 or 3 months, and then I canceled. I'm notorious for that. I'll do it for a little bit. I'll get everything out of it that I can, and then I cancel it. I'm like, I got it all. That's good. All right, what else you got?
Okay, another nostalgic. We just had the 20th anniversary of High School Musical.
Wow, how old are you?
31.
That was the first one that hurt?
It didn't hurt. I was just like, wow, 20? Like, wow.
I think the first time that I realized something was 20 since I had been born that I was like, like in my, like I met this baby and now she's turning 20 and I was like, oh, that's okay,
Right. It does feel a little jarring because it's like, wow, that was a whole other culture, a whole other like set of like everything. The fashion was different. And two of the actors went to the school and like did a whole little like video or whatever. And it was so like instrumental. Obviously, I'm like 11, 12, 13, 14 when the stuff is happening. But like, this was like the entry into my whole loving musicals and stuff like that. Disney. So,
yeah, that was happening in my household. I was like, what is this bullshit? Because I had the kids that were a little younger than me, but not much. And I was like, oh my God. I think Emily was very heavily into High School Musical. And I was like, this is some weird shit.
Right.
Zac Efron. I'm sure it was fine. I just didn't want to listen to it. If I felt like things were a little too cheesy, it was not for me. But I was also learning new music with a new boyfriend at the same time.
Gotcha.
Where I was listening to rap and hip hop for the first time. I was getting introduced to like Biggie and Snoop Dogg and Ludacris. Oh my God, Ludacris. And I was like, I can't listen to that children's stuff. Like I was getting involved in like some super sexy lyrics for me and my super sexy boyfriend, having our super sexy time as a, 28-year-old mother of two, trying to be hot and sexy in my rap music, hip hop days. Anyway, it was a different time for me.
Right. But yeah, this is when I was into Zac Efron. It's like, oh,
he's so cute.
Yes.
I mean, truly.
And I was like, oh, we can do the karaoke thing and you can find somebody. You could just be matched with karaoke and now you're going to the same school and dating.
Oh, is that the preface? You're saying yes. I'm like, is this the preface of it? Okay.
Yes. This is how they met. They sang karaoke together.
Oh, wow. You can tell I never watched it not one time in my house. That was probably like Friday nights. Can we get High School Musical? Because we used to do it on Friday. I have something in my eye.
Oh.
Friday nights we would go to Redbox.
Mm-hmm.
That was where you could rent the DVDs out of a giant red box outside of the Walgreens or the CVS or the Kroger.
Yes.
Or whatever grocery store. And we would go there and they would get to pick one each.
Okay.
And then we would go inside the Walgreens and then they could get candy.
Okay.
And then we would go to Riverside and get a $5 pizza. So it would cost me about $20.
Okay.
Then we would go back. We would all eat pizza. I would curl up in my bed. They'd be watching whatever stupid thing that they got that I didn't want to really watch. And I'd be like, this is nice. They're like, no, mommy, watch it. I'm like, I am. Out. And then they would stand there and they would watch it repeatedly until about 2:00 in the morning. I'd be like, I can't hear. I can't listen to it more. Stop. Make it stop. They're like, and then they'd leave,
Right.
So if it may have happened then.
Right. That would make sense.
But did you own the DVDs?
I think we might have had the first one. Because after that, then I would just watch them on TV. Oh, I would save them on DVR and then I would tape them.
Love it. Yes. Y'all just don't even, you streaming folks don't even know the trouble we had to go through to be able to see things a second time.
Right.
It was rough.
I remember the first time I did another movie that I like, the Cinderella, the Rodgers and Hammerstein version. We did it wrong. It wasn't a good, I was so upset. We got the VHS.
Right.
And we put it in, but something must have already been on it or something. It was so messed up. And then the commercials looked all weird too, because obviously it tapes the commercials too. So I was like, wow, I have taped commercials in our
in your family videos.
Yes.
Yeah, my Gammy used to we didn't have cable television growing up.
Mm-hmm.
So she would tape all kinds of things and she had terrible handwriting and she'd scrawl, what it was. And I'd be like, what does this say again? DuckTales or, whatever it was.
Oh, I love that movie. I mean, series.
Yeah.
DuckTales.
Yeah. And whatever it was. And so we got, Old Yeller and Pollyanna, all that stuff from that because she would be like, oh, it's coming on at whatever. That's all she did was watch TV and eat.
Gotcha.
She didn't go a lot of places.
Gotcha.
God rest her soul. She's dead now. Anywho.
Right.
Okay, we're getting off track here.
Yes. Went into the histories.
Way back a long time ago.
What else happened this week?
Oh, you're going to ask me now?
Yeah, because I did.
Oh, Lola Young is back. That was part of my Grammys news. So she's had a little 4-month hiatus, hopefully getting herself feeling better and relaxed and relinquished and recoiled. Fame coming on like a freight train could probably feel like a freight train to your whole entire system. So hope that she's doing well. But I saw her. She had the biggest belt on that I've ever seen in my entire life. The belt was this big, the buckle.
Okay.
And then
it's dramatic.
And then it came off of her waist, and it was like, it was enough to spank an elephant. It's the hugest belt I've ever seen. And I was like, damn, who made that?
Right.
I was so fascinated by it. I love people that make really bold choices in fashion.
Right.
Because I struggle with this top. You know what I mean? I really I have issues sometimes. My daughter's like, I love that top. I was like, I look like a granny. And she was like, no, you don't. I'd wear that. Which apparently she says she knows fashion. Anywho.
Okay. Other crazy things? Oh, no.
Oh, I forgot to mention that I broke my nose yesterday, which I didn't break it, but it's severely bruised. And if you see that, don't worry. It's just, I hit it on the handlebars of my mini trampoline that was put in the wrong place in my room. Last night I stumbled across it and I smacked my nose and blood was pouring. Like I held my hand down and I could feel it dripping on my hand like water.
Oh.
And I was like, oh my God, don't stay here. You have a handful of blood and had to go. Sorry, trigger warning. If it triggers you, Jesus help you. I mean, what can you possibly listen to? Anyway, someone talking about it.
Yeah,
anyway,
yeah.
And then I had to take it and I'm like rinsing off my hand and I'm looking and I'm like, and then I have this panic. And I'm like, okay. Because I know so many men who have crooked ass noses who just, and I was like, I'd have to get a rhinoplasty and I don't have the money to get a rhinoplasty. I would have to fit, and if we're going to do it while we're there. And then I'm like, and I'm doing this in the middle of the night after I've done this, after I've covered my pillowcase in a black t-shirt that I don't care about in case I bled on it some more or whatever. It was so crazy. And I felt so sorry for myself. And it was 6:30 in the morning. And I was like, come get me. I'm like, and say what?
Oh, get some ice for me or something.
I was so offended because that trampoline assaulted me. I felt like somebody took me, like literally like took a bat to my shins and knocked me down. And then I hit a bar, that's what it felt like. It was terrible. Anyway, so I just touched my nose. That's why I had to tell you that. Okay.
Yikes. I have cool stage things because I like all the, the stage setups and all the things.
She likes all the background stuff.
Yes.
She would like to be involved in building sets and stuff. So if you'd like somebody who's interested in that kind of thing, here she is.
Right. I can be an ASM.
Yeah.
I'm ready. I don't know all the chords and things and the technical names and all that stuff, but I can learn very fast.
She's very smart. She's very careful.
Mm-hmm.
She's very capable.
Right.
Very capable. Very, very capable.
So Ed Sheeran has been on his tour and I just saw his stage. So he has a regular, like a home-based stage. And then there's a bridge that comes out of the stage.
It doesn't.
Like it grows. And reaches like an arm. And then it lands on the island.
Do you know what would be cool? I would love it if suddenly
I can't.
There was an arm erected. It's like, I'm sorry, what?
Right.
Like an arm from the stage erected. Like, what? Like this at you.
Uh-huh.
And then I could just come out on it.
Yeah.
What?
And then he walks over the people.
I've seen them do the ones, the bridges that are extended.
Mm-hmm.
Like the boys did that in One Direction.
Oh.
And then one of the boys was yelling at Harry, like, get buckled in. And he was like, oh, right. And just casually reaches down like, it's no big deal.
Yikes.
Maybe he was really scared. I don't know. I'd be terrified. I do not want to fall.
Yeah, I
fell last night. It hurt.
Oh.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of heights, like stationary heights. I can do moving things. Like I like roller coasters.
Oh yeah, I love roller coasters. What was that?
I don't know.
Roller coasters. I love a roller coaster.
Yeah, but don't push me to
I
the
like a
edge of a
free
cliff,
fall.
though. A free fall?
Like when they do the thing, when they get you, when you're strapped in, you're not going anywhere.
Oh,
I'm
you're
not
talking
like
about
jump off a cliff.
bungee something.
No. But you're in a thing, and you're sitting on a little kind of tiny seat.
Okay.
But your feet are kind of free.
Okay.
And they take you to an edge, and it just goes, whoa.
Okay.
It drops out the bottom. That's great.
Yeah. I'm okay with those.
Or those things that you're strapped in, and they go, and they go, and they lean over. We're having some technical difficulties until you're facing the concrete, and all of a sudden you go, whoa. Oh, the best. I'm like, I want to get off and get right back on. I love it so much. Yeah. So there's that.
Gotcha.
Okay. Well, how do we get on that?
Stage equipment.
Oh, yeah. So he's just doing that for this. What's this tour called?
I don't remember.
Play?
Maybe we are in Play.
I don't remember.
It's been a minute since we've talked about him, so. I feel like we are in Play, though. That sounds familiar.
Maybe.
But I don't know what it's called, though. The tour.
Okay, well, that's cool.
Yeah.
Does it rotate around his stage, or it's just one erect arm?
No, it just goes to the island, so then he's in the middle of everyone after that. So he goes from like more proscenium, I guess. I don't remember all the terms, but outside of the crowd, and then he's now immersed in the crowd.
Okay.
So it's a more intimate for that part.
Nice.
But apparently he's been having...
What's her face? The Coldplay did that.
Okay.
I mean, it didn't erect itself.
Gotcha.
But it was just a long neck.
Okay.
And then they had a small stage. And that's when he had Kelly Rowland come out and sing with him.
Gotcha.
And so he did like small stuff, acoustic stuff out there.
Nice.
That was cool.
I do like
Closer, that. Because they were in stadiums.
I do like chances for those intimate moments in larger spaces.
Yeah, and they move like so that one person doesn't get, one group of people doesn't get them, so up close the whole time.
Yeah.
Move around. Harry does do that well.
Mm-hmm.
He does get that part. Anyway, Meghan Trainor had baby number 3. And she had the baby, little Mikey Moon, which is a little girl, through a surrogate. And there was a conversation about it. Excuse me.
No, thank you.
Let's not do that. However people choose to create their families, whether they adopt, whether they biologically have children through surrogates, whether they foster to adopt, no matter how it happens,
mm-hmm.
Good and loving parents who take care of their children, let's not do that.
Nope.
Ew.
Yep.
Ew. So congratulations, Meghan. I'm so glad that you took care of your body
mm-hmm.
and your family and were able to grow in a way that made sense for you guys. That's awesome.
Yes.
Fantastic. I hope you're doing okay. So the weeping at the hospital with the new baby was like, oh my God. And those 2 little ginger boys.
Oh, they're so excited.
Do they both have glasses? I don't know. They're so funny. They look exactly, not exactly the same, but they look so similar.
They do look close.
But her husband was like, I'm only giving you my genes. She's like, okay,
Daryl.
well, I'd like some of mine. He's like, no. Maybe if we have 5 or 6, there will come one out that looks like Meghan.
Instead of copy paste.
Right. It's like, here's another one. So, but anyway, I'm really happy for them.
Yeah,
I love
congratulations, you guys.
I did see Ellie Goulding, like practicing or whatever in a studio or whatever with her belly. And I was like, oh my God, I love it. We've already talked about her being pregnant, but I love pregnant ladies.
Right.
They're so beautiful. And a lot of times they don't feel beautiful. And I just want to say, you are lovely and beautiful. You're deliciously cute. I love it. Even if you feel like your outfit's not great, whatever, you look great.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
And you're doing something insane.
Right. You're magical. You are. You're a magical person.
Mm-hmm.
Not everybody gets treated like they're magical and all the things. But anyway, I just want you to know, I think you're magical. It's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what else you got?
Young Blood.
Oh, what
bringing back the tramp stamp.
Oh, I didn't see it. I haven't seen it.
It says weep.
Oh. Okay.
In like a cool font.
Yeah.
And it's pretty chunky too. It's not this little dink. Mm-hmm.
Ooh. He's just winning. I can't wait to see him this summer.
Yes. He's there for the Grammys.
Okay.
He's talking about touching down in, what did he call it? Hollyweird. I'm back in Hollyweird. I think that's what he called it.
Yes.
For the Grammys.
Oh yeah, Harry's going to present. I forgot to mention that.
Right. We've got there's tons of stuff. I'm so excited for tomorrow. The Grammys.
This should be a good one.
Yes.
Doo-doo-doo.
All right. Do we have anything else besides the mains?
Yeah,
besides the big ones?
We got the big babies that we're going to talk about, and it's a lot to go on. Start with Zayn.
Okay. I wanted to bring up his Irish goodbye.
Zayn started his Vegas
residency.
Zayn started his Vegas residency out there at the MGM.
Right.
And he was doing real good and singing his songs.
And then he dipped.
He forgot to say goodbye. Everybody was like, was that the
Then the lights.
There come, and that's how you know. When the lights come on, it's over. And when the people start coming out with their brooms and they start pushing shit around.
Oh.
And you're like, oh, that's it. And so there's like all these videos of all of Zayn's fans like, I guess that really was it. Did we do something to upset him?
Oh my gosh.
No, he just forgot.
Yeah. And then he addressed it the next day.
Yes,
at least.
he did address it.
And he gave a little warning. So this is going to be the last.
So it's like, I forgot to do this. Sorry, guys. Last song.
Mm-hmm.
Precious.
Mm-hmm.
Precious.
Yes.
And then, well, we'll tell you that in a minute. Hopefully we won't forget.
No, we won't. We'll come back around to it.
Yeah. We'll circle back around to a little funny moment. Who knew Zayn was so funny?
Right. What should we talk about next?
Louis.
Okay, let's do Louis.
First of all, we already talked about, we did last week. For those of you that watched the track by track, you got a special episode last week.
Yes.
In addition to another episode of Master Muse with Dan Cash, who's a content creator and an author who's working on his first book right now. For those of you that follow him on TikTok, it was a great, very special moment for me. I was really, really excited to have that. But anyway, so you got a lot of content last weekend.
Right.
So thank you for those of you that listened to the track by track. But Louis Tomlinson's album is out. And then Harry Styles had his single kit out.
Mm-hmm.
Both of them had their UK number ones.
Yay.
With their little, the little one.
Mm-hmm.
But Louis comes on and my brain just like stopped.
Oh.
He was all over the place. He did a One Night Only in New York. He was in LA. I don't know what he did in LA. And then he was back over across the pond. He did signing album things, like just meeting people left and right. All these people, they're crying and telling him how much he loves them. And he's just looking at them, smiling and just, making jokes with them, and just so sweet and so precious.
So sweet.
He had a great week. He was on every major thing that I could think of as far as the promo goes. He did Zane Lowe. He did Zach Sang, which he's done before, but he's never done Zane Lowe before.
I still have to catch that. I haven't watched it yet.
Oh, it's really good.
Okay.
It's really good. It's not as good as what I felt like the Diary of the CEO was.
Okay.
But it's still really good.
Okay.
And just very heartfelt. And it turns out that a song that he wrote about Liam, which is obvious to us, he doesn't really, I don't think he's prepared to talk about it specifically. It was brought up, dark to light, whatever. And he just kind of skirted around it a little bit. So I think the conversation is just a really, really heavy still,
right.
Which I mean, obviously, I've had friendships that have ended in 18 months ago, and that was still fresh and they didn't die. So anyway, and I ordered the digital extras that he had.
Oh, right.
Side by side.
Yeah.
together.
Right.
Watching everybody grow up just side by side.
Mm-hmm.
Who knew we'd be such great parents? Anyway, so great. So he's had a really good week. And what did you want to say something about his week?
I don't think so. It was just lovely seeing all the content and seeing more of him. Stuff at his one night only. Oh my goodness. Did you see that video where he looked like he was looking right at the person?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
He's like staring right at them and pointing at them at one point. You're like, oh shit, I died. One thing he did talk about, he said, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this. You know, he's talking a little intoxicated. Whatever, we're celebrating. We're having a good time. One night only in New York. And, you know, he's made it very specific and very clear that he wants the fans to feel like they're taking ownership of where he is in his career. And then it's due to his fans.
Mm-hmm.
You would think that he's like, oh, everybody says this. Okay, first of all, not everybody says it.
Right.
I think there are a lot of artists that we watch who do not go on and on about their fans and how they've brought them here.
Mm-hmm.
They just talk about how hard they have worked in order to be there, as if their fans had nothing to do with it.
Right.
Your fans carry you to that space. The fans that have been loving you since you were in a room of 20 people, or you were in one direction and they knew you from there and you're waiting. I mean, like, we have to think about Louis Tomlinson didn't put out music, I think, for 4 years after. Yes.
Okay.
So he was the last one to put out music, and he really waited a long time. And his fans were like, whenever you're ready, babe.
Mm.
And the fact that he acknowledges them in the way that he does constantly and consistently and with such dedication in making sure that they know that he does not feel like he's done this alone, because he hasn't.
Mm-hmm.
All the promo in the world doesn't sell the albums alone. It's the fans.
Right. The dedication.
The promo is helpful for the radio stations. The promo is helpful for people that maybe haven't seen you or know of you, but like, his fan base is insane. But that's because he loves them so well. So I'm just really happy for him.
Yeah.
I feel like I think he feels like he's turned a corner.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I have a wall full of albums. I have 6 albums kind of on rotation. 3 of them are Louis. Just so you know. So yeah, that's all I wanted to really say about Louis. He's had a great week.
Yeah.
And I hope he has continued success. And the album is killer fire, period. End of story.
That's all I've really been. I haven't playlisted anything this week. That's all I've really been listening
that's all
to.
I listened to this week as well.
Yeah.
I've really, really enjoyed it. I really, really like Lucid, Last Night, Sanity, Jump the Gun. I do like all the singles, but I've heard them more.
Mm-hmm.
I still like Imposter.
Yeah, Jump the Gun, On Fire, Imposter, and Lemonade are my favorites.
Yeah. Anyway, it's a great album.
Mm-hmm.
If you haven't listened to it yet, go do that. Do yourself a favor. It's only 36 minutes, I think, for the whole album with 12 songs. I pretty much stuck to the 3 minutes. 3 times 12 is 36. It's really good.
Yes.
Are
we ready?
No. Well, one more thing that we're going to talk about.
Okay.
And if you get your panties in a bunch about this, I can't help you. This week.
There's nobody touch.
Sorry, don't worry about that part. Nicki Minaj made her political stance very well known.
Right.
And Billy Porter got asked about it on a red carpet.
Nicki Minaj has been trending, over her.
Fuck her. When people show you who they are, believe them the first time. And all of them. And all of them.
Anyway, so yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Ava, to be fair, had told me some things about her, and I was like, oh. And now, oh.
Right. Just solidifies things.
Yeah. We can just move swiftly on.
Right.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Some people really need power.
Yeah. Money, greed, power. It all.
Speaking of money and greed.
Yikes.
This week, we were very excited.
Mm-hmm.
Very excited.
Extremely.
We had signed up for the pre-sales for Harry Styles' tour, Together. He announced 7 cities, 50 shows. They were going to start in Amsterdam, 6 shows in London at Wembley, and then 30 dates at Madison Square Garden.
Right.
And then Mexico City, Brazil, and maybe one. Is that it?
It's Australia.
Oh, in Australia.
Yeah.
2 different cities in Australia. We all got up.
Yes.
Monday morning.
Did the things.
Got on the call. Did the video chat. And
lit our candle.
Yeah, lit our candle that smells like Harry Styles.
Prepared our minds.
Like, really, I mean, we're pumped. Like, we're in it. And I had said, because I've done this before, 21, 22, 23, I saw him whenever I wanted to see him. I'm not going to say it was always affordable, but it was what I was willing to do and pay at the time.
Right.
And most of what I bought was resale
Mm-hmm.
on the various resale sites. So I was like, well, I imagine they'll be more expensive. Now, let's keep in mind that the price of houses in where I live in Gwinnett County in Georgia went from the cheapest house you could buy was $150,000, probably a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, to a 3-bedroom, 2-bath is $400,000. Inflation is a real thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I don't want to discount that.
Right.
But we had some low numbers. Anna had low numbers and Penny had low numbers for the queue.
Mm-hmm.
And where were you? Like less than 10,000.
Yeah, like 7, I think. 7 and 9, 6, 7, and 9, I think, for the dates.
Very low numbers, people getting in there, 100,000 people ahead of them. Okay. So these are very, very low. If you've ever done the Ticketmaster thing and you get under 10,000, you know you're going to be in the first 10 minutes.
Right.
And you have great opportunity to get tickets. Like it's just a done deal. This was the Amex pre-sale. We get in there. Nothing was less than $1,000 or $1,200.
Nothing. What do you do with that?
Nothing was less than $1,000 or $1,200. $1,179 and $1,000 something. And then there was a couple of, I think there was in the 200 section were a couple of 400, but you couldn't. We're just looking at it like dumbfounded.
Mm-hmm.
And okay, so let's skip ahead and then the next day for the artist presale, we get in the same thing. And of course I'm watching all these TikToks and I did a video on TikTok just being like, I thought you said there was no dynamic pricing. Now there's a big fucking conversation about what's dynamic pricing. And that it's not the same as platinum pricing on Ticketmaster. If the price is going up during the sale or the prices, let's just say Harry said, okay, I want the prices to be from $85 to $355, which is honestly, I think about where it was set. Somewhere between 80 something and 400. Includes the whole building. Yes. Okay. That's the pit up into the very, very tippy top. Platinum pricing is saying, well, we're going to offer you these really great seats up to row 12 on lower bowl will be $1,000. Rows 13 and above will be somewhere between $600 and $900. The floor will be $1,200. Some of the times it'll be $800. There are people that got pit for $350. So we did this all week long, basically. And I did like 4 different videos on TikTok. So many comments. People that had been saving to see him who didn't get to see him in Love on Tour.
Yep.
that were like, it's not even possible. Not only are we going to have to travel to New York City from wherever they are in the country, but now the ticket prices aren't reasonable.
Right.
And, my thought when we found out that there was going to be a residency was what? Like, you're staying in one place.
Mm-hmm.
We're not moving trucks around.
Mm-hmm.
So that's not an expense. You get the trucks there, they're there.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing else happening in MSG for that time frame, or nothing that's set up right now.
Mm-hmm.
So that should bring your cost down. Also, his management owns half of Madison Square Garden. So real hefty hand in the pocket of the profits there. And then the other thing was, it wasn't happening in the UK or in Amsterdam.
Nope. It was just here.
It was like the prices were more expensive. Like, I think last time the cheapest ticket was $50 or maybe $75. Maybe it was $79.99, like whatever, pretty similar.
Mm-hmm.
But the most expensive ticket was $200.
Mm-hmm.
And then when Platinum came in, the most expensive ticket was $450.
Mm-hmm.
And you could pay $450 for the first couple of rows of lower levels or pit.
Mm-hmm.
But that was when we got through all of the face value stuff.
Right.
Like that. They were dropping $450 tickets
Mm-hmm.
the day before the show.
Mm-hmm.
But if you went to the box office, you could get a face value if they didn't run out before you, whatever. So it was like, okay, I don't know how to feel about this.
Yeah.
I think it brought up a lot of conflicting thoughts. I mean, somebody had said a couple of times, they bullied Liam and look what happened. We don't want to bully Harry. I want to be super clear. I am not criticizing Harry, I'm not trying to bully Harry as a person.
Mm-mm.
I am literally just saying you have a responsibility that if you're going to talk about how much you care about the fans and how you just want them to have an amazing experience, that greed shouldn't look like part of the equation. And also it felt like if you're in a bad relationship and then your partner comes home and was like, they see your dinner and just swat it on the floor. It's like not the most devastating thing that could ever happen, but it also was like, but our life's already shit and we're probably going to get divorced. The states have been really troublesome at best, it's a really scary time. And it just, it felt personal. So I don't know. Some people go, well, it's not Harry, it's his team. But Ed Sheeran and Olivia Dean have come out and said, we've set prices to make them affordable. If that wasn't the intention, then why not come out and say, like, the platinum pricing wasn't my decision, or whatever, I wanted it to be X, Y. I mean, now, like, the UK is freaking out over £450 tickets for the pit.
Mm-hmm.
I would have paid that for the pit, but we got in there and they were $1,200.
Yeah, it was not the same. 3 times.
I mean, like, to go from 200 6 times to go from 200 to 1,200 is
right.
Insane.
Yes.
The 450, I would have been like, okay, that's more than maybe I planned on. Let me think about it,
Mm-hmm.
and that's not going to be the case for everybody. And some people are really getting priced out of this experience. And so it's like somebody did a video about
Mm-hmm.
this is killing live music. Okay. Well, I disagree with that. I think that's a little, Harry Styles is not all live music.
Right.
For as much as I love him, he is not all live music. There are plenty of people who are touring and really little venues, medium-sized venues, arenas, whatever, who are very affordable. We're seeing Louis this year, his pit tickets were $180. I'm at Madison Square Gardens for Louis, and I'm on the floor pretty much as close as you can get for $200. It's the same venue. And I understand there was 11.5 million people who signed up for the pre-sale.
Mm-hmm.
What you're putting out doesn't meet the demand. And so what, you're going to just make the people that do go pay out the ass?
Yeah, it feels kind of, it's definitely conflicting. Lots of feelings. And then to me also, the thing is, we're coming off of Love on Tour, and this one is called Together Together. And there are so many people that were trying to make it happen who aren't going to be able to come together. So it's like, it feels like you're
an
tapping a wound.
And also it feels elitist and be like, oh, by the way, only certain people get to be together. You'll have to have a certain amount of money in your pocket. Okay, so here's the question you're asking. Did we buy a ticket to see him at Madison Square Gardens? No.
Nope.
Have we had the opportunity to buy tickets in queues? Yes. But no. So, and I really had to consider how that made me feel. It wasn't happening in the UK.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't happening for Amsterdam shows. He added 6 shows each on both of those.
Mm-hmm.
He added nothing to the New York run, which 30 shows I get.
Right.
But 30 arenas.
Mm-hmm.
So 585,000 to the Wembley, which I think holds 90,000. So 90 times 12.
And yeah, it's not even the same numbers.
It's like, okay. And I think that maybe there's a great plan to do this again next year. I think that a lot of people were really shell shocked.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if will they get in the queues again?
I don't know. It was extremely disappointing, disheartening for sure.
It made me question what, I don't know, what kind of person doesn't speak up. I do think that Harry Styles is and this is just my opinion, and I could be completely and totally wrong. I do not know this man personally. And I want no bullying, hateful, anything towards anyone, period. End of story. Let me be super clear about that. But I was like, I feel like you're a person who's a bit of a people pleaser, who's kind of a shy person, who's also a private person. But this was an opportunity for you to say, whatever the truth was, whether it was, I don't have the guts to tell the bigwigs that first of all, you're the artist and they can't do shit without you.
Yeah, you're kind of the boss.
Whether you see it that way or not, which obviously Ed gets it, what can they do without him?
Mm-hmm.
You can't have a tour if he doesn't agree.
Mm-mm.
I don't know. I understand it might have been hard to say something, but I feel like you should have. And I don't know what that other than how I would perceive it. And you can't control how everyone perceives it, but certainly by staying silent, it's just open for interpretation.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not interpreting well.
Mm-mm.
So I don't know.
Yeah, definitely conflicted. I also, it feels weird because it was such a place of joy and family, and to feel almost booted out or I have to fight to be a part of it, it just felt weird. Or I have to spend, a lot of money to be a part of it. It just, I don't know. It's just having me question, I guess, priorities and stuff too.
And it's like there's going to be people standing in the pit, and some of them paid $350, and some of them paid $1,200. And I guess it's the case for when we went on Love on Tour, and everybody was okay with it. I just feel like they were kind of, people were feeling kind of forced because he's not coming around to your local. Like you don't have the option of being like, okay, well, I mean, one of the things that we said before this tour was announced was like, the shows that we're going to go to are the ones where we can have free lodging, right? Because it'll make it so much more affordable. We were anticipating that his shows would be more expensive. I don't think I anticipated that he would drop the tour before the album came out, because I don't think he's done that.
Right. That was
which strange. Also seems like, and people do it, and I'm not saying it's shady, but like, what's the concern?
Right.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like maybe Louis would have sold bigger venues if he was selling it post the album coming out, because the album is so incredible. And now it's like, is he going to have to add dates for people who want, but he won't know the demand, right? He could kind of throw it out there and see what happens, but he's not going to really know the demand. So I don't know. Harry Styles isn't my friend. He is a pop star. I understand that logically. But, if you were a part of Love on Tour, it felt different. And this feels icky.
Yeah.
So, does it mean that I don't want to see Harry Styles in concert? No, that's not what it means. Am I unwilling to participate in the gouging that's happening in the States? Yeah. I am unwilling to do that. I am not willing to take whatever I can get. If it's not reasonable pricing, according to what, it's not because I couldn't, and I don't say this to sound whatever. It's not that I couldn't afford to do that. That's crazy. For what?
Right.
It's like, even if you have $1,200 for a ticket, why? When if I'd been lucky enough to get in the queue and there were enough shows to go around, then I could have gotten, like, who do you want to come to your shows? Only people who can spend $5,000 for 4 of their friends to go together?
Yeah, you're changing the demographics for sure.
And your live music should only be for the people in the States that can afford that? I feel like there's a real missed opportunity to at least speak up about it. So anyway, it was a difficult, disappointing week as far as that. I thought we were going to get really lucky, and we're going into like the Harry Ween shows are going to go on sale, and I will be watching that on my phone for free. And then I'll see the pictures and the videos afterwards, and I'll be happy about it. Period. End of story. Unless I get a face value pit ticket for $350, and then I will be there.
Right.
But again, I'm not going to pay. I'm not paying $1,200 to go. So if you do happen to see me at Madison Square Gardens, you can come up and ask me, and I'll tell you that I paid face value, and a reasonable face value, because I will not do it. Period. So anyway, that was disappointing.
Yes, for something we were looking forward to.
Yeah. Wah wah. It deserves a little bit of that.
Little crickets. And it's hard too, because I am looking forward to this album to see what it pulls you so many different ways.
Yeah, I'm still very interested, and I don't think that it changes. Harry Styles could still be a lovely person and still really want a lot of money for the thing that he does.
Yeah, but I mean, it's your professional business side, I guess. Yeah,
right. I mean, that could be that. Those two things can be true. This should not deter you from going to live music. I said in one of my videos on TikTok was, this may just mean that there are certain artists that will not be attainable for most. But there are plenty of venues and plenty of independent artists and young and upcoming artists, or just upcoming artists, don't have to be young, where you can go and see them and have an amazing live experience. Ayana and I, the year after Harry was his first year of hiatus, we saw 12 shows that year. I don't think we spent $500 in total. It is very doable still. So follow the people, the young little artists that you find on TikTok, follow them wherever you stream your music, and make sure that you sign up for their alerts and subscribe to their things. Number one, they need your support that way. And number two, and go to the small venues. And then lastly, I'd like to say, like, if you don't like what an artist is doing, don't pay the $1,200.
Right.
Don't be so desperate that you pay the $1,200 to have the experience. It doesn't help the situation that he's going to sell out 30 shows with people paying that much. It's not your fault, but it would be more helpful to choose to go to. You could go to 24 shows in a year. And I think we really need to look at what the goal is. I look forward to listening to his album. When this first happened, I literally did want to email the pre-order and be like, please don't send it to me. I'll see how I feel about it. If I'm going to further sending money.
Right.
So, but I'm sure he can still be a lovely person, but and he may feel like because the demand is so high that that's what he deserves to receive.
It's just more information for us, though.
Right.
And you just take it in.
And if you're okay with that, if you're okay with that being the message, then, by all means, do whatever it is that you think is necessary to, make one of the things that we talked about was perhaps this was, a way for him to be gone twice as long next time, and he's got to make as much money as he possibly can so that he can be gone for 6 or 7 years. Which creates, it's like with Rihanna, like who's going to get tickets for Rihanna when she tours,
I don't know,
and not pay Taylor Swift prices or Harry Styles prices. But, anyway, super disappointing.
Yeah.
Lots in the news this week, but Aperture, Love, Louis Tomlinson's album, Love, Zayn seems to be doing, that's the other thing about Zayn. Zayn came on the next night in Vegas and he goes, by the way, were my tickets affordable? Or gives a slight little smile and everybody laughs. He's like, just asking. So, whatever. Disappointing. Really disappointing. But whatever. If you can find a way to get face value tickets, knock yourself out. If you're happy paying the platinum prices, you can do that as well. You have free will. That's the good news. We can all choose what we want to do. But for us, it was kind of a hard, sad week. And we have a friend that's never been. And so I thought it was going to be this completely different experience. And I just felt like a liar. I was like, well, damn, this is not anything I said it was going to be. But anyway, we'll see. I'm sure it'll still be a good show and we'll have a good time. But these people are out there, especially people who have these big pop stars. They want to make as much money as they can, the same way that they did with One Direction. They're a commodity and, so perhaps, it was like, okay, well, if I have to do this at this level, then I'm going to do 30 shows in a row in the same place. And I'm not going to a bunch of different cities and I'm going to protect my mental health. And then you guys do whatever you do with the prices and whatever. Who knows? We don't know.
We don't know.
Anyway. All right.
We still are happy too. If you were able to get tickets for the prices that you wanted and luck was on your side this week, like we're still so happy for you guys. Like
if you paid the $1,200.
True.
And you were happy about that, or you made peace with it, or whatever it is. We are not dogging you or making. I don't want you to feel bad. You're not a bad person. Just don't do all that.
Yeah,
we got enough going on.
Yes.
If you had to pay $1,200 for Joy, let me just say here, I have paid $1,200 for Joy before. Okay, I just was hoping I wasn't going to have to do it this time.
Right.
Because I'm trying to have a more responsible year. That is where I am at.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that. So don't feel judgment. Just know that, you could go see somebody 24 times for a lot of these really great artists. Okay. I love you.
And
What?
the other thing is, I forgot to mention too, you can follow the venues themselves too.
Yes.
Because if you do that, then they'll give you their whole lineup for the whole year. And you can be like, oh, I wonder what this artist is like.
Yes.
And then you can
go check them. Look, there's all kinds of ways. I feel like one of the things that I've talked about a lot in the last couple of years by doing these podcasts is a lot of times we get stuck in our little genre. Okay. So instead of going onto Spotify and go listen to Harry Styles radio, do what's like Harry Styles-esque. There's a radio station that you can go listen to that's like, oh, if you like Harry Styles, you'll like Taylor Swift.
Right.
You like Taylor Swift, you'll like Madison Beer. If you like Madison Beer, you'll like whatever. And you will discover other artists that way. So I encourage you to try to discover new artists so that you can have different live experiences. We've done venues of 200 or 300 people up to 900 people, and they're amazing. And the people are right there. And we've met them afterwards and gotten pictures with them and been able to like personally say, oh my God, you were so amazing. So fun, whatever. It's a completely different experience. So don't freak out.
Yes.
It's not all over. It's going to be okay. Anyway, okay. Ooh.
Oh,
gracious. All right. Are we going to move on to the next portion of the B-side? Are we going to do that today?
Oh.
No.
I didn't put any things
fine.
together.
All right, guys. I think that's going to be it for today. It was a very emotional week. We're
Right.
snowed in. I'm going to have to make my own baked goods. It's hard. And you got a bonus stuff last week. So don't be greedy.
Yes. We're going to snuggle up.
Did you not learn anything today?
We're going to get snuggled up and watch Severance.
Yeah, which I know
get in my comforter.
but like, it's so fun.
Yes.
All right. What else do you need to know?
I don't know. What do you need? Anything for this week?
Watch the Grammys.
Oh, yes. The Grammys are coming up. Yes.
Stream your favorite artists. Get out there for Louis Tomlinson and give that album some love.
Yeah.
And buy the deluxe version if it's still available. Also, he had his digital version, which had 3 extra songs for $4.99.
Okay.
Bargain.
Right.
Get it on there with your PayPal. All right. I love you guys so much. I appreciate you being here and listening. If you have comments, put them in the comment section.
Yes.
We love the comments. We have some very dedicated subscribers who comment every episode, and we love you. Shout out Michelle, Melissa, and Penny. You're the greatest and the best. I feel like there's others out you and you're hiding from us. Yeah.
Greatest.
She's doing what I do. Anyway, I love you. Take care of yourselves, and we'll see you next week on another episode of The B-Side. Bye-bye.